Hello, this is Bobby at Copal TV Repair with a video today for a common problem we see in Samsung PN51D550, and it goes in a few other TVs that I don't currently remember, but it is utilizing those sustain boards. Let me see the number. The number would be LJ92-01759A. This is the original from this TV, the DFG, as you can see on the Y, and this is the X main. And it's also, as you will see in the video, a fully functional equivalent that can be used in place of DFG is the DFS, which is marked by the prefix B. Otherwise the PCB is the same, but the board is LJ92-01759B, which is only the suffix. Again, this is the original board that was part of this TV, and the failure symptom was that the TV was clicking and not starting on. Disconnecting the Z board allowed it to power on, and a quick check with an ohm meter, which I'm not going to show here, between VS and ground on the Z sustain released that it was shorted. On the board itself, you can probably see where we replaced those two transistors. You can see the solder. On board, what was short was those two here, and you can't see them. The way to replace those, you can see where the brown residue of the flux is. In order to get to them, take the two capacitors in the middle, then unscrew, then desolder, and there is one more on the other side. On this side, there are two RGPs. I'm sorry, you wouldn't be able to see what they are, but you will have it on the board. I'm just going to read it off the board itself. No, this is already replaced, so it's not the original. I believe those two here were 30H RGP 30H1. Those two. Those was 124G, and this was the same. And what we ended up doing, and that's another point in my video today, is we use different components, and this is a quick explanation of the process. When OEM manufactures boards, it makes a difference to them whether they buy parts that say are rated for 30 amps, a MOSFET that goes up to 30 amp, or one that goes to 70, because they have different prices. When you buy tens of thousands of those, it does make a difference in your bottom dollar. You could have gone with the more expensive ones. You don't have to, because that part of the circuit does not have to go as high as, say, 70 amps or 100 amps or whatever. When you do repairs, though, the situation is completely different, especially when you have to deal with parts that are nearly becoming obsolete or have just become obsolete, as is the case with many of those MOSFETs, since nobody does plasmas anymore. You get them at the same price. For the same price for which I'm going to get a transistor that has the MOSFET or IGBT that goes up to 70 amps, I can get one that goes up to 200. And a lot of customers get really upset when we don't send them exact replacements of the parts that they had on the board. Well, the simple reason is that for us, it is a whole lot harder to maintain nomenclature of 100, 200 different parts when we can substitute 10 transistors with one single one which is superior, higher rating, higher current, higher voltage, and that is exactly what we do. And in case of that board, we use the same transistor everywhere on both this board, the DFS one, and the original one, and we burn tested them. Sure enough, we have some more here for repair, as you see. And so the TV is fully functional. Yeah, this is the one thing that you still haven't seen. I'm gonna put it on power. Okay, it just clicked. And we'll start playing for a second, and I will show you the screen on there so that you can see how it is playing. There you go. And bottom line for this video is this: there's a common problem with the X mainboards on this TV. You can use either of those two as long as they work. We will be selling a repair kit with the components that we have seen fail. So far we haven't seen, you can make a guesswork. When a power component fails, power transistor, anything like that, sometimes there is a collateral damage in the driving circuit.